Next up for Real Wake 2017, Brenton Priestley.
Brenton Priestley, pretty much the gnarliest wakeboarder on rails out there right now. Dude's like literally made a Kevlar. He just rolls through all these different rails that he hits, and then like unless a rail has some serious consequence to it and a lot of risk, he's not going to really mess with it.
So he's coming off a win, getting an invite back into Real Wake, so he knows how the format works. He knows kind of what he needs to do to win.
Raw describes his riding. He's from Australia and brings a crazy, insane, all-terrain vibe to his riding.
My name is Brenton Priestley. I'm from Melbourne, Australia, and I now currently call Orlando, Florida home, and I'm a professional wakeboarder. Basically the focus was to just try and winch as much as possible and not get injured and try and stack clips and really just try and put together something that Trevor and I were both super stoked on.
My name's Trevor Bashir. I was born in Plantation, Florida, and I'm a videographer. This year we wanted to just keep it as urban as possible and just shoot as many winch clips as we can get, and then only do double ups because just double ups are gnarly. It takes a lot to get into one, and when you get a trick that's off the double up, it just looks really good because you're going so much higher.
A lot of people have stopped hitting double ups. I mean, people like Rathy and Dino and a bunch of those boys just still send them all the time, and it had been a little bit for me. We hit them every now and then, but this year it was just going back to hitting double ups again, and I wanted to do that and also winch for this part. So we try to keep it as urban as possible, and we built pools and kept it as much of a street feel as we could, and the goal was to just keep it urban.
We're in Auburndale, Florida, and we chose this location because it's where Brenton's been living for the past couple of years, and there's plenty of people out here to help out, and there's winch spots all over, so we just decided to keep it local.
We just stayed at home again. Fortunately enough, had a bunch of rain around here recently, but it kind of worked out for the best. We had a lot of spots to fill up that were empty and stuff that I've been looking at for a long time, and we're finally able to build some pools and make it happen, and it all really worked out for the best here in Florida.
This year I had some big shoes to fill since Spencer wasn't able to do it. I just wanted to show what Brenton does, and it's gnarly, and people should definitely take a look at it because it's comparable to anything, snowboarding, skateboarding. It's pretty insane.
Yeah, so Trevor and I have been buddies for a long time now, and everything went as smoothly as it could go, and Trev killed it with the angles and the footage, and we definitely had some help here and there, and shout out to those boys, you know who you are, and basically we just wanted to showcase wakeboarding in the best light that we think it is, and I think we did as best as we could in the short time we have, and we're stoked on the result.
Brenton Priestley's 2017 Real Wake segment. Brenton Priestley, Real Wake 2017.
Super impressed by Brenton's frontside 50-50 down the fence line on the chain link fence. The fact that there's hooks on there connecting the chain to the fence makes no room for error.
Probably one of my favorite hits out of everyone's section was the backside 450 back lip he did. Just had a real snowboard feel to it, and he just did it perfect.
You won this whole thing last year. You knew what it takes. You switched filmers. Tell us a little bit about the process and your mind frame, considering you won it last year.
I mean, it was definitely like, I knew what we were in for, so I was stressing out a little bit. I mean, whole new filmer, a whole different vibe to the part, and it definitely was different and made it a little more challenging, but we got it done and we're stoked.
Were there any bad falls that you had? Like, you hit some really, really huge spots. You had to take some lickings.
Yeah, I took a couple of diggers. It was, I tacoed that big down fence, which is in the part. I also butt checked at the bottom of it and end up kind of smashing my hand and wrist on a double up, pretend to do double tantrums, and
looks a little swollen.
Still swollen, it's still jacked, but that's all part of it, you know. You got no time to sit down and just ice nothing. It's getting an ice bath that night and go at it again the next day.
The segments have all been viewed, and now the judges must choose who wins X Games gold.
Brenton Priestley, bronze medal, Real Wake 2017. All yours.
Yeah, big thanks, fella.
Dude.
I'm stoked. Yeah, man, Trev and I worked really hard, and it was a tough couple of months, but stoked we got it done. And obviously spots were gnarly, and there was some injuries along the way, but we made it work and we got it done. Pretty stoked to come away with third.